it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Snags a quick pass on the left. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia Tech expected for him. Jesse, what does he need to do to return to his 2023 form?
It's consistency and avoiding the negative plays, avoiding the turnovers, making the throws you're supposed to make. There is no question physically, Kyron Drones has all the tools. And you think back to a year ago, if that Hail Mary stands against Miami and they get that win, maybe the season ends differently for Virginia Tech. This is a special talent. He's got to be more consistent.
Guys, let's step back here and chat Virginia Tech. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Under fire. Caught over the middle. It's Selden.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Hokies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Got it in the middle. It's Overton. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. He might want another play. Power ahead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 2nd and goal for this offense. Finds his big tight end. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Hokies. And with that first touchdown, the old Hokie Stones are trembling in this great stadium.
Yeah, and such great fans, and Lane Stadium early in the game has a reason to be rocking. They get on the scoreboard first, everybody going bananas.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Nicholson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. And the visitors have nothing doing as they are greeted rudely on the opening play of the game.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
My old coach said, "Don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain."
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Back to pass on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Ford. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. They were able able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Ford. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the run, it's Ford. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie Stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Wideout trying to get it in. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. He leaves it with his back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Catch in the middle. It's Selden. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Hokies in the hurry-up.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're...
It's a running room. Wide open space. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Nicholson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going up top. Brings it down on the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box, so he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over.
Pulls it in inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
It's first and goal as Stanford comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over BYU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pulls and fires complete. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
If you see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. That's caught. It's Heath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a Heath. They get to him as he throws.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to beat him to the left. Turns it on in midfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Wide receiver going in motion. Tries to do it himself on the draw.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the 1st down here on 4th. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And I like having matchups outside like this. Guys that I know will win right away. Third down, find my guy, get him the rock, he gets the first down.
Stanford comes up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw. It's Drones. The short hands. It's Stewart.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Back to throw. Time running short in the half. Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grab near the marker. It's Sullivan. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Nicholson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Makes a grab on the shot. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball comes to rest right there. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for them.
Makes the grab, past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And the Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Fires to the tight end. And he's wrestled to the ground.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you've got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
It's a seam wide open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Using his legs, it's Stewart. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's picked off at the goal line.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look. So there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Doyle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Wants to throw on 1st down. And And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. He's got it on the outside. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's 4. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss because that could have been worse.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand. When he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Working that wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
And the try is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Selden.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Hokies moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Hokies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff to the single back. Picks up the first down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's first and goal as Stanford comes to the line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Drones. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Really nice job by the defender that time. They've got the lead. They're expecting this offense to throw in this 2-minute situation. And that ball going all the way to the sideline, because it's a long throw, it gave the defender a chance to break on it. And it's the hit that forces the incompletion.
Hines is tight end. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Still on his feet. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hokies!
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Minnesota is currently rowing the boat right now, and this is shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 17 over BYU. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the quarterback takes a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning